Welcome to English Leap Podcast.
Your journey from beginner to fluent.
Hello and welcome to the Beginner to Fluent, the English podcast, the podcast dedicated to helping you master English at all levels. I'm Sarah, your host.
And I'm Daniel, your co-host and language coach. Today, we are focusing on the C1 and C2 levels of English, where fluency, precision, and subtlety are key.
Exactly. At C1, learners can use English effectively in social, academic, and professional contexts. At C2, you are near native, able to express ideas fluently, understand idiomatic language, and handle complex discussions.
To illustrate this, we have prepared several dialogues with our learners, Emily and Sophia, covering advanced topics, debates, abstract ideas, professional communication, and nuanced opinions.
We will also provide analysis after each conversation, highlighting vocabulary, grammar, idioms, and natural phrasing. So, get ready to immerse yourself in authentic English conversation. Conversation 1. Discussing the impact of technology, C1 level.
Sophia, do you think technology has improved our quality of life, or has it made things more complicated?
That's a tough question. On one hand, technology has made communication instantaneous and information widely accessible. On the other hand, it can foster dependency and reduce face-to-face interactions.
True. And there's also the issue of information overload. People are constantly bombarded with news, notifications, and updates, which can be mentally exhausting.
Absolutely. I believe the key is moderation, using technology as a tool rather than letting it control us.
Here, you saw the use of complex sentences with connectors, on one hand. On the other hand, which can be. These structures are typical at C1.
Notice also the use of formal vocabulary like dependency, moderation, mentally exhausting. At C1 and C2, choosing precise words is essential for clarity and impact. Conversation 2. Debating environmental responsibility, C1, C2 level.
Emily, I recently read an article arguing that individual actions have minimal impact on climate change compared to corporate policies. What's your take?
I partially agree. While systemic changes are crucial, collective individual actions can pressure governments and corporations to act.
True. But sometimes I feel that despite personal efforts, the scale of global issues is overwhelming.
That's a valid concern, but if everyone adopted sustainable habits, even small ones, the cumulative effect could be significant. Moreover, advocacy and public awareness campaigns amplify the impact of personal choices.
Here, learners practice expressing nuanced opinions, agreeing and disagreeing politely, and using advanced connectors. Partially agree, however, moreover.
Exactly. This is typical of C2 proficiency, not just stating an opinion but analyzing, weighing arguments, and expressing subtlety. Conversation 3. Professional communication, C1, C2 level.
Sophia, I received an email from a client requesting an urgent project revision. How would you phrase our response to maintain professionalism but set realistic expectations?
I'd probably start with acknowledgement. Thank you for your message. We appreciate your feedback. Then provide a realistic timeline. We can implement the requested changes by next Friday. Finally, offer assistance if needed. Please let us know if you have additional input in the meantime.
That sounds perfect, polite, professional, and precise. I might also add, we are committed to ensuring the quality meets your expectations to reassure them.
Professional communication at C2 is about tone, clarity, and subtlety. You are not just being correct, you are being effective and polite.
Notice the use of formal phrases, hedging, and modal verbs, we can. Please let us know. We are committed. These make your English sound confident and professional. Conversation 4. Discussing cultural differences, C1-C2 level.
Emily, in your experience, how do cultural norms influence workplace communication?
Significantly. For instance, some cultures value directness, while others prefer a more indirect, diplomatic approach. Misunderstandings can arise if these differences are not recognized.
Absolutely. I think empathy and awareness are crucial. Understanding the context behind someone's communication style helps prevent conflicts.
Precisely. And language itself carries cultural nuances, idioms, humor, even gestures. Effective communicators must be sensitive to these subtleties.
At C1-C2, learners not only use complex grammar but also understand, pragmatics, how culture influences meaning.
Yes, and notice the use of advanced vocabulary, significantly, indirect, diplomatic, nuances, subtleties. Using precise words is essential at this level. Conversation 5. Hypothetical situations speculation, C2 level.
Sophia, if governments worldwide prioritized renewable energy, how do you think the global economy would change in the next decade?
That's an intriguing question. I'd speculate that while initial costs would be high, the long-term benefits, environmental preservation, energy security, and job creation in green sectors, would outweigh the expenses.
I agree. Moreover, industries reliant on fossil fuels would have to adapt or face decline, which could trigger economic restructuring.
Indeed. It would be a complex transition, requiring collaboration between policymakers, businesses, and society at large.
Speculative language is a hallmark of C2 level. I would speculate that would outweigh, could trigger.
These allow learners to discuss abstract, hypothetical, or global issues with nuance and sophistication. Conversation 6. Idioms, phrasal verbs, figurative language, C2 level.
Emily, I'm feeling under the weather today.
Oh no. Maybe you should take a rain check on our meeting.
Yes, I don't want to drag myself through it.
Absolutely, health comes first. Let's reschedule for next week.
Idiomatic expressions like under the weather and take a rain check are common at C2. Using them naturally demonstrates fluency and cultural understanding.
And phrasal verbs like drag myself through it show how advanced learners can combine language creatively while sounding natural. In today's extended episode, we explored advanced English usage debates, professional communication, cultural discussions, hypotheticals, and idiomatic language.
C1-C2 learners communicate fluently, with subtlety and precision. To reach this level, immerse yourself in English, read articles, watch debates, and practice speaking about abstract topics.
Remember, at advanced levels, the goal is not just correctness, it's expressing ideas effectively, naturally, and persuasively.
Thank you for joining us on the Language Lounge. Keep practicing, stay curious, and challenge yourself with complex English every day.
Until next time, keep mastering English and keep elevating your communication skills.
Thanks for watching.
What do you learn from our conversation?
Tell us in the comments section.